This has been one of the most memorable experiences of my life. Thomas Norton was a fascinating character. My grandma Verge, whose line we're following, I could just see her just being, oh dear heavens. Now I'm off to Guildhall to find out what happens next. Peter.
Hi, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Okay.
All
right, so it's been a roller coaster ride, and I'm really excited to hear what happened to my 12 times great-grandfather Thomas Norton after he left the Tower of London and apparently came to Guildhall.
That's right.
What can you tell me?
Sure. He's kept under house arrest for a while and writes various letters, including this one here. And here we have a facsimile of a letter written by your ancestor, Thomas Norton.
The 27th of March, 1582. For my part, I was not the rackmaster, but the meanest of all that were in commission.
When he says I was the meanest of those, he means I was the least important of all these guys who were part of the process of interrogating the prisoners. I was the lowest in station.
Sounds like he doesn't like being called the rackmaster. So now he's suddenly, no, I wasn't me, it was them. I was just like doing what I was told to do. No, whatever, dude. No man was tormented for matter of religion, nor asked what he believed of any point of religion, but only to understand of particular practices for setting up the religion by treason or force against the queen. So, what he's saying is no man was tortured for what they believed religiously, but rather if they were plotting against the queen.
Absolutely.
So it was political.
That's the line that's taken here. What they're accusing the Catholics of is not heresy, the crime of believing the wrong thing. They're accusing them of treason.
So what we did was for reasons that protected the queen. It's groveling.
He was a man who was doing what he thought was right.
I agree with that up until now. Up until he was in prison for all these things that he was doing for his country and his queen and his religion. But now he seems to be a man who was sort of backpedaling and trying to save his own ass. I expected better from Thomas. Okay, so after he wrote this letter, what happened to Thomas Norton?
Well, he carries on in the employment of Cecil. He's writing kind of policy papers on different issues. And he dies suddenly in March of 1584. It is kind of bittersweet. This long career, all these achievements, the thing he will always be remembered for
Was the rackmaster.
Exactly so.
All right. Peter, it's been a pleasure. Thomas Norton did some things that are unforgivable, but also what I'm trying to do is put myself in his shoes. He was living during a time that was scary, it was bloody, and the threat was clear and present. There is an emotional connection, obviously, because I've learned to know the guy. I know that he's part of my, distant family. I'm more affected by what those people would have been going through that got tortured like that. And I'm Catholic, and so to think about my 12 times great-grandfather, Thomas Norton, he would have come after me for what I believe.